So marriage in America has not been the same ever since they brought in the no-fault divorce. The no-fault divorce has been one of the key factors of breaking up the modern family. This, of course, this is across all families, right? All families in America. Well, many men have said, you know what? I don't want to get married because I see how a man is destroyed at the end of a marriage. You got this one guy here. Oh, he going through it. Let's review it.
I'm panicking. I don't know what to do. I don't know. I gotta hit a credit card, a cash advance or something. I don't even know what to do. I'm gonna bounce to American Express that I've had since forever.
Okay. So she took the money out this man's, bank account. Now, that is perfectly legal, folks. It is perfectly legal for his wife to take the money, all the money out of the bank account, as long as she is on that account and they're still married. So his mistake that he made when you going through a divorce, messy divorce, etc., he was supposed to immediately go start him a new bank account and make sure all the money that he's making go to that bank account, because that way he won't be dealing with what you about to see right here. Let's cue this up.
Here I am being an honest man, right? You want to see what it gets you? This is what it is. She just emptied the bank account and I just paid American Express. I'm parse.
Yeah. Woo. Boy, I tell you. And ladies, you see why a lot of men don't want to get married? Now, I say men in general, because, black men, they one of the hardest groups to ever get married. So if you actually can marry a black man, you must be something special, right? But even Brad is going through it. And this is why I always tell even brothers, look at how white women treat their men. Do you really think they're going to treat you better? I always say that because sometimes some brothers think, especially with these, Caucasian females, like they so much better. They going to listen. A woman would never treat another man better than the men in her own community as a norm. So if she's willing to destroy her own men, you got to understand the feminism came from the women of his community. The feminism that a lot of you brothers complain about, it came from the women of his community. If you talk to a lot of white men, they'll tell you, you notice how a lot of them just don't even want to be bothered with some of them. They'll tell you how manipulative some of them are, how they get their way, all the Karen thing that we see out here. You forget where all that come from. That's why I just don't understand some things some brothers be saying or uplifting certain content creators either of certain communities.
I didn't, man. I mean, I thought we were just separating and we were going to drift away slow. But no, it's got to be this big dramatic thing where I'm screwed. I didn't get married to hide and steal money out of my wife's purse and shit.
Yeah, I know you didn't. Most men don't think that way. We don't think that we trying to do some sort of dirt and be conniving. But a lot of times what happens is these women get with these divorce attorneys and they tell them all the stuff that they can get, all the things they can do. They get real conniving, some of them. Now I say some are mature about the situation, and that's really the best people, actually, those who are mature about the situation. So you know what? Okay, relationship's over. That's just going on. Divide. We're going to divide and move on and just, hey, it is what it is. That's the way it's supposed to be. But a lot of times it's not. And you wonder why men don't want to get married. But let's continue.
I didn't, man. I mean, I thought we were just separating and we were going to drift away slow. But no, it's got to be this big dramatic thing where I'm screwed.
The separating part. Never separate. Never. You either be all in or all out. There's no separation. When me and my son's mom, at the end of that situation, she say, well, we probably just want to separate. I said, no. I don't do separation. Either I'm with you or I'm not. I'll say the moment I hit that door, I'm done. I'm gone. Because I always say at the time, I'm not going to be in no perpetual limbo. I said, what if down the line I meet a woman that I want to be with and I can't be with her because I'm still in this legal limbo with you, talking about separation. No. I say that the moment I leave here, you better believe I'm going to handle my business with that situation because I don't play that. Nobody's going to put my life on hold. So if you are at the end of that kind of relationship, men, don't separate. Don't have no legal separation, anything. Say if I'm out that door, if I say that's it. And you never return to that. You never say, oh, let's work it out. No, if you leave out that door and that's the process you go through, because to me, going back to a situation like that, or even going back to a freaking ex, it's like a dog returning to his own vomit. You puke that out for a reason. Why in the world would you lick that back up? It's always, if you walk away from something, go to something new. Go to learn from that situation, because it's like this. If things were so great, you would have stayed with her. You would have worked that out with her. But if it was that bad, if you felt that, okay, this is the end of this marriage, then you don't go back to that. It's just that simple.
Strangers are sending me money are better than people I know. I can't even thank you enough, man. I need it too. I gotta get food for the dog, man. I've been eating sandwiches. I'm tired of sandwiches.
Oh yeah. Like I say, listen, man, I can relate to dude, in so many ways, of how even the court system would do you. It's not even sometimes that the woman's taking all the money out your bank account. So that didn't happen to me, because like I said, I was a little bit 2 to 3 steps ahead for something like that could happen to me. But the courts themselves, they'll take everything from you as a man. You won't have nothing. I remember going through all of that when I had a home I bought, when I had it furnished, I had everything, and I lost it all. Okay. I lost it all at that time period. And I had to go from a home I was paying for to an apartment. I hate apartments with a passion. I hate apartments. I don't like people around me like that. I don't like a parking lot like that. I hate an apartment. Oh my God, I hate an apartment. And I had to go to an apartment at that time period with an air mattress. I go from a bed I paid for to an $80 air mattress. No furniture, no nothing. And I didn't have my kids anymore. All of that in one fell swoop. This is why sometimes men hang around a lot longer than they want to in marriage, because they don't want to endure all of that, right? But thank God, right? Within 6 months time period, because I lost it all. I lost my car. I lost everything. I lost it all. And with 6 months time, brothers, because I have a mindset of you're not going to break me. I have that thing about nobody's going to break me. Nobody's going to look at me and say, oh, look, he down and out. Look at him. No, I've always been the type of person that, I'm going to show you better than I can tell you. I've always been that kind of brother. And what I did was I had my job at the time at a petrochemical facility. And I said, you know what? I don't have no reason to be home. What's the point of being home? I don't have no furniture. I ain't worrying, because at the time, listen, you get to a point you don't even worry about no women. I don't care about no women, because just bouncing to another woman, that's dumb. I think a man needs to stay by himself for a minute, especially when he's going through a situation like that, and work on himself, right? I said, look, I'm going to go to work. I'm going to live at work. I ain't got no reason to be. Only time I'm going to be home is that when it's time to get my kids. That's it. And spend time with them. Other than that, I'm living at work. And that's what I did. I was working 70 hours a week, 65, 70 hours a week, okay, at work. What's the point of me being home? And I was working, paying all the stuff I need to pay through the courts, paying the spousal support, paying everything I needed to pay, child support, all that mess I was paying. Once I got out of all of that, boom, I bought all my furniture, bought everything cash, brothers. Got me a vehicle. And at the time, the vehicle I did have before I bought the vehicle, my father, and shout out to my father, the day I lost my car, I'll never forget this from my father. Never forget it. I told my father, man, I lost my vehicle. He says, really? He said, shoot. He said, but you got to get to work. I said, I know. This is before Uber. It's way before Uber. And he said, well, could you rent a car? At the time, my credit was shot and everything. I didn't even have a credit card because my credit was shot with all this mess from that. He said, look, I'm gonna go in on and look, go over there to the rental car place. I'll rent you a car. and just, you just go ahead and pay for it. And that's what I did. I rented a car. I was paying a monthly fee on a rental car. And I was driving a rental car, like that until I actually got me a car. See, when they try to break you, you can't keep a good man down, right? You cannot do it. When you are determined and don't let no situation like that break you, because it was meant to break you, what the courts do to men. I eventually got my car, all of that, got all my furniture, everything, and I was straight. And I have been taking off, and I took off a lot faster than I ever had before. So what was meant to break me actually made me better. So some men that ever dealt with some of those situations, and usually what happens when the women do that, fellas, they don't have a good life. They don't get another man as good as you. They won't, because a lot of times they leave the marriages wrong anyway. And especially this, no fault divorce. I can just divorce you for any reason. But the marriage thing, you making a covenant with God, right? If you leave that covenant outside of what the scripture teach, then it's a curse upon you. And this is what happens to a lot of these females. They want to leave you because I'm not happy, or they want to, some of them may step out the marriage or whatever the case may be. And no man should put up with that, period, right? Then the curse is on them. And then you later down the line, because you did things the right way, God will help you, brother. But later, you look up, you maybe have another woman, another life, and they still ain't got their life together. Why? Because they didn't do things the right way. So I'm telling you, as a man that has experienced it, that has went through the child support thing, and it went through it heavily, right? I went through a lot of stuff with child support. As a man who could say, I'm done with child support, I'm happy I'm done with child support, right? I got my letter in the mail saying you are done, right? Even though it seemed like a long time, it was a short window. Believe it or not, that 10 years or so that I was paying it. You can always bounce back. Always. If you just, don't let nobody break you. Keep your integrity. Keep your character. Don't do nothing out of character. Don't do nothing criminal, right? Just focus. Have a plan. You'll be better than ever. You know what I'm saying? Like this man here on this video, he'll be better than ever if he stick to that. Don't let that situation break him. Don't let that, take him off his square. He'll be all right. But if he decides to do it again, then he should learn a lot of lessons from this. But if he never wants to do it again, I also understand too. Because ladies, let me tell you something. Other women is the cause of a lot of you not getting married. It's because when men see videos like that, they say, hell no. Hell no. I ain't doing it. So I hope this guy can bounce back. But yeah, let me know what y'all think about, this situation. And men, after seeing this video, are you just want to line up to get married? Let me know.